I don't want a conversation. I don't want, we had plenty of conversations. What do you think we've been doing since Trump, Obama has been in office? We've been having these conversations about the things that matter. I want a candidate who has a chance of winning, and I will vote for them. I don't want to vote for Joe Biden, and to be honest, I may not even vote for him. I will hold on to my vote. Hey, thank you for watching Power to the Pod, where we are committed to intellectual integrity and a moral honesty. I'm your host, Superior, and once again, thank you for watching. Now, in this video, I want to talk about something that I'm pretty sure everybody in their mama done talked about, but I took a little YouTube break, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like Mr. Cornel West, Mr. Dr. Cornel West, running for president had me feeling all kind of ways. Like when I first seen it, I was excited. I was shocked. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure, I had to check like 3 or 4 different sources just to make sure, this isn't something that was taken out of context, something that wasn't just made up or anything. And I seen his video with him, declaring that he's running for president. And I was excited. I was like, hey, move over Marianne Williamson. Here comes Mr. Cornel West. But then I started listening and I started looking up some things. And then I got sad. I got confused, disappointed, discouraged, and overall confused. Just why Mr. Dr. Cornel? Like, if I could just ask him why. Let's go ahead and watch this video. I was, of course, you want to kind of hear from different people, their perspectives on, Mr. Dr. Cornel West running to kind of get a full view and appreciation of just everything. Because, I don't know everything. You don't know everything. That's why it's good to kind of listen to other credible people. So let's go ahead and watch this video and let's see if this makes any sense.
Together. All right, so here's the issue, Avis, and so we think about third parties in this country. Look, you got 2 major parties, Republicans and Democrats, all right? The Libertarian Party, they have ballot access in 33 states. Okay? The Green Party has ballot access in 17 states. Mm-hmm. The Constitution Party has ballot access in 12 states. The People's Party has ballot access in 3. Isn't this a vanity project?
Okay, so I'm gonna be 100 with you guys. I'm going to be as honest as possible. When I looked at it, when I verified it, it really confused the hell. I understand, and of course, we're gonna have this conversation a little bit deeper on the live stream on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, so make sure you're there. And I already know, he's here to start a conversation. He's here to threaten votes from Republicans, Democrats, yada yada yada. How many people would actually honestly vote for Mr. Dr. Cornel West? Mr. Doctor, okay? Mr. Dr. Cornel West, if he actually had an opportunity to win. You can't win if you have ballot access in just 3 states. I mean, the last time I checked, you need more than just 3 states, okay? Let's just say he won all 3 states. That's not going to do anything. I really wanted him to be a serious candidate because I do believe that he can actually have a bigger conversation and to actually maybe, just maybe, Trump won and Trump knows nothing. Trump knows nothing only about rich stuff, rich people problems. That's the only thing he cares and knows about. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. And Mr. Dr. Cornel West is for the people, by the people, and he knows the people. Why can't he actually just run as a Democrat and just do what he has to do to win? I don't know, but let's go ahead and continue because there's more information.
Yeah, this is a symbolic project. Definitely, you can see that he doesn't really have the reach, for example, to just in terms of ballot access, if you laid out there, to make the same sort of damaging impact, shall we say, that a Ralph Nader did. However, we've seen him over the years. We saw his transformation from fan of Barack Obama to nemesis of Barack Obama. And we've seen his activity continue to increase in relation to supporting the Bernie campaign. So, I think that he has now had a moment in his life where he's trying to do something else. I know that he ran into some sort of challenge, at Harvard. I'm not sure exactly where he landed now, but maybe this is some sort of, I want to get back into the spotlight. Maybe he misses a little bit of politics, and maybe this time he wants to be the one in the center, at least for a few opportunities.
Okay, so first off, what's her name? I didn't say her name. First off, she needs to put some respect on Dr. Cornel West. Okay, I don't know his heart. I don't know his mind per se, but I would hate to believe he's only doing this just for the spectacle. Okay, he's just doing this just so he can have a good book deal in the future. Now, of course, he has his own plans, his own thing that he wants to lay out. Maybe he really doesn't want to be a president. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is just a strategy just within his plans, but he does not strike me as someone who's just doing this just to be in the limelight, just to be in the spotlight for a couple of minutes, his 15 minutes of fame, and just use that for other, selfish gains after that. You know what I'm saying? So once again, I like her necklace thing going on, but she's gonna have to put some respect on Mr. Dr. Cornel West's name. Okay, let's get that.
I mean, look, in 1988, Juliana Lenora Fulani, she ran and got ballot access in all 50 states with a New Alliance Party. And a lot of people out here who are always talking about, oh man, we need to have our own party, not understanding that means infrastructure. Like you literally have to do some work to put that thing together. You just don't just go, hey, here's a party. I mean, and so there are rules that exist in every single state. So to have a real party, you've got to have infrastructure and access to the ballot. If they only in three states, I'm just saying.
It's rhetorical. Roland, it's rhetorical leadership. That's all it is. I mean, I love Cornel dearly. We go back more than 50 years. Shouldn't say that, but it's the truth. I think the world of him, but I think that it's got to be rhetorical leadership. It's impractical. He can't win it. As you say, it's 3 states. But you know what? We've seen these rhetorical leaders often raise the kind of issues that then trickle up to the, if you will, real campaigns. So, he is a passionate social economic justice warrior. He connects very well with lots of folks and doesn't connect well with some other ones, but that's another story. But I mean, he connects well with lots of folks and people enjoy hearing him talk. If he gets the same kind of debate access that, let's say, Marianne Williamson had in the 20 campaign, what impact might that have?
But
her party didn't have ballot access either. So I'm just saying it's a rhetorical exercise. It's not a political exercise.
Okay, one, they're not going to even have a Democratic debate because they know their boy Joe Biden is not suitable. He is not capable. He is not able to hold a thoughtful, detailed debate on live television they're not going to put him up there. And if they do, it would be horrible. Now, if Mr., Dr. Cornel West, let's just say he did have the opportunity to get on the debate stage, or he was able to rile up a meaningful conversation. How politics is today, nobody cares about that. Now, this is one thing I really hate about politics, and so it's another conversation. But people are just so focused, so distracted by nonsense, things that don't even affect them in a million years, in 20 different realities, in 20 different multiverses. The situations they care for do not shape them in any way, shape, or form. You can talk about low wages, you can talk about poverty, you can talk about homelessness, you can talk about feeding the kids, you can talk about poor education, you can talk about healthcare being so damn expensive, you can talk about greed and corrupt in government and gun control. You can talk about all the stuff that actually matters to people like you and me. That's not going to mean a thing when it comes to Trump, when it comes to DeSantis, when it comes to Joe Biden. They don't care about stuff like that. Joe Biden will say some things, and that's why Democrats like him. He'll say some things, but do nothing about it. Trump and Republicans, they're just going to ignore you and talk about the trans people that want to kill your kids. Hey, don't worry about low wages. Worry about the trans people who want to kill your kids. Like, it's not sexy enough. It's not thrive. It's not, provocative. And it's not appealing to the evilness in people. When you talk about low wages and education and healthcare, you're talking about helping people and yourself, obviously. But when you talk about, trans people and gay people and taking rights from people, like, that's divisiveness, and that's for whatever reason people like to feed off that. So Dr. Cornel West can say what he has to say, but if he doesn't have a really good chance of winning, it's going to fall on deaf ears. It's just going to fall on people like me who want to just hear what he has to say. And that's very few people. Oh, man.
No, what I'm saying here is that if he actually chose to run as a Democrat, that's a different ball game. Mm-hmm. But you're talking about you're running with a party that can't get you anywhere. You're not going to be in any debates. Okay? So what gives?
I think this is totally fine. I think ballot access does not matter. And here's why I say that. Even when you have third party candidates that do have access in all 50 states, they still really don't have a chance, because most people kind of understand that the two parties are so polarized that you've got to sort of pick a side about where you are. And a lot of times third party candidates end up trying to reach out to both parties, which is pretty much impossible, because then people feel like they get nothing. And so I think that this is good. And then the reason why I say that is because the internet has no ballot access. And so by virtue of the fact that he's even running for president, he's going to get some attention. And what that will do, because this is not going to have any effect on the right, what that will do for Democrats is help our nominee sharpen how he's going to talk about what Democrats have done, talk about what he has done, which, by the way, I mean, because when you have a primary where you just kind of walk right through it, which we know with, as you mentioned, the ballot access, he's not going to have a chance at really changing anything for Biden. But I think that it will be good that he will have he's going to talk about what Democrats have done. Biden will have to think about sharpening how he will explain his record. And I do think that it is not good when people just walk right into the general election and they have not had that practice of sort of having to explain what their record has been and what they're campaigning on, because we know that Republicans are going to prosecute the case against Democrats. And so for that reason, I think that even though the party that he's running under only has ballot access in 3 states, the reality is he's going to get attention because he is running for president.
Okay. Do you think, with Joe Biden being 80-something years old, okay, he got his money, he's, been been president. He's been vice president. So I'm pretty sure his goal was to be president. He got his money, he got his legacy. He's comfortable. Why do you feel he's going to reevaluate anything? Sharpen what? He's already one foot out the door. He does not care about nothing. Hold on. We need the big screen for this. Mr. Joe Biden doesn't care about nothing, about sharpening nothing. He's going to dodge any debates. He's going to stay hidden for the whole entire campaign. He's not going to have any real challenge. I don't want a conversation. I don't want, we had plenty of conversations. What do you think we've been doing since Trump, Obama has been in office? We've been having these conversations about the things that matter. I want a candidate who has a chance of winning, and I will vote for them. I don't want to vote for Joe Biden. And to be honest, I may not even vote for him. I will hold on to my vote. I want to vote for someone I feel will at least do something if they won. That's why, if anybody, I'm voting for Marianne. Cornel West, it feels like such a disappointment that he's not running as a Democrat, even though I know he doesn't agree with the milquetoastness, he doesn't agree with a lot of the liberal elites. I get it. But you just need to run so you can win. People will hear you. People know you. We know you don't want to just rub shoulders with Joe Biden and his friends. We know that. I just want you to run as a Democrat so you can have a chance to win, so I can put my vote in for you. But that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And to be honest, I am tired of having the same conversation with idiots who do not care about the conversation. That's simple. So, once again, I was happy, and they just circled all the way back around to just confused and disappointed. I mean, I still love Mr. Dr. Cornel West. I mean, I'm probably the only one who calls him Mr. Dr. Cornel West. But, I mean, it is what it is. So, once again, if you think I'm wrong about anything about this video, let me know in the comments. And like always, let's have that conversation.